All right, let's talk about something that affects pretty much everyone these days: data. Specifically, the massive, sprawling, sometimes messy world of data and how we can actually get it organized using Google Cloud. Think of this as your simple guide to finding the perfect home for every single piece of your digital life. Does this feel familiar? Because let's be real, we're all kind of drowning in data. Every company, every team, we're all facing this absolute explosion of information. It can feel totally overwhelming, like you're just trying to keep your head above water. But what if we flipped the script? Instead of seeing a chaotic flood, imagine a perfectly organized house where everything, every book, every photo, every file has its own special spot. That's exactly what we're going to do for our data today, using the tools in Google Cloud. So let's get started with the most common mess we all have. First stop on our organizational tour, the digital shoebox. You know what I'm talking about. It's where we throw all the random stuff, the photos, the documents, the videos. It's our general purpose clutter drawer. Now, in the tech world, this is called unstructured data. It's just stuff. It doesn't fit nicely into neat little rows and columns. And for this, Google Cloud has the perfect solution: cloud storage. It's basically an incredibly reliable place to store these objects. And when I say object, just think of it as a file with a little extra flair, some metadata that tells you what's inside, who made it, that kind of thing. So, what's this digital shoebox actually good for? Well, it's super versatile. You can use it to serve up the images and videos for your website, keep critical backups for disaster recovery, or just archive old files that you have to keep but probably won't look at for years. But here's the cool part. Not all shoeboxes are the same. If you need your data all the time, what we call hot data, you use standard storage. That's like the shoebox on your desk, always within reach. But for a backup, you might only need once a year. That's what archive storage is for. It's like a box in the attic, way, way cheaper to store. It's all about matching the cost to how often you actually need to open the box. Okay, we've dealt with the clutter. Now it's time to get seriously organized. Let's move on to the ultimate filing cabinet, designed for data that has a very clear structure. We're talking about structured data now. Everything has its place, all laid out in perfect tables with neat rows and columns. Imagine a spreadsheet, but on a mind-boggling scale. This is the world of relational databases, and they're the Marie Kondos of data. They spark joy through organization. And your go-to tool for this is Cloud-SQL. It's the dependable, reliable workhorse. It's fully managed, which means it handles all the boring, tedious stuff, like patching, updates, and backups for you. It supports the databases you already know and love, like MySQL and PostgreSQL, so you can just focus on building your app. But what if your app needs to be everywhere in the world at the same time, without skipping a beat? Well, that's when you call in the Titan, Spanner. The difference is all about scale. Cloud-SQL is perfect for regional needs. Spanner is built for global domination and mission-critical availability. We're talking 99.999% uptime. You know what that means? It means less than 6 minutes of downtime in an entire year. Just wild. So we have a place to run our apps, but what about a place to analyze all that data and find out what's really going on? For that, we need a data warehouse. And Google's answer is BigQuery. This is where you store and analyze truly enormous data sets. How enormous? Well, BigQuery casually handles data on the scale of petabytes. And I know, that's a number so big it's almost hard to even imagine. So let's try to put it in perspective. A single petabyte is enough space to store 11,000 movies, all in beautiful 4K. BigQuery is engineered to run super complex queries across that much data and get you an answer in seconds. It's just an absolute powerhouse. Okay, so we've got our messy shoebox for random files and our perfect filing cabinet for tables. But you know, a lot of data in the real world is somewhere in between, right? This is what we call semi-structured data. An email is the perfect example. You've got the unstructured body of the message, but you also have structured bits, like the to, from, and subject fields. In our data house analogy, this is the desk drawer. You know, it's got some organization, but it's not as rigid as the filing cabinet. And for this kind of data, Google gives us two incredible NoSQL tools. First, there's Firestore. It is fantastic for mobile and web apps that need to sync data in real time. Think of a group chat where messages just appear instantly for everyone. That's Firestore. And then you have Bigtable. Bigtable is a beast, built for massive operational workloads, like data streaming in from millions of IoT devices or tracking every single click from every user on your website. Okay, so we've got a shoebox. a filing cabinet, a desk drawer. That's a lot of tools. So the big question is, how do you know which one to pick for your specific job? Well, it's actually way simpler than it sounds. The first and honestly most important question you need to ask is about your workload. Is it transactional, meaning you're doing lots of small, fast updates all the time, kind of like a cash register at a store? Or is it analytical, where you're looking back at huge amounts of historical data to find trends, more like a detective analyzing clues from a crime scene?
So here it is, a super simple 3-step framework to get you to the right answer every time. First, as we just said, is your workload transactional or analytical? Second, how are you going to access the data? With traditional SQL, which is very structured, or with a more flexible NoSQL approach? And third, what's your scale? Are we talking regional or all-out global?
And this cheat sheet brings it all home. It's your map. You just follow the path. Let's say your workload is transactional, you're using SQL, and you're operating in one region. Boom, Cloud-SQL is your answer. What if it's analytical and you need no SQL access? You got it, that's Bigtable. Answering those 3 simple questions leads you right to the perfect tool for the job. Now, this is all great in theory, but let's see how it actually works in the real world. Let's take a look at a company that took its messy data house and completely renovated it by moving to the cloud. Let's talk about the online retail giant Wayfair. They had huge databases running in their own data centers and needed a way to get to the cloud fast, without disrupting their entire business. A business run by over 3,000 engineers. I mean, talk about a high-stakes move. So what did they do? They started with a lift and shift using Cloud-SQL. It's like they literally just picked up their existing filing cabinets and moved them into a brand new, more secure office in the cloud with minimal changes. But they didn't stop there. Once they were in the cloud, they started to modernize, taking advantage of powerful tools like BigQuery to get incredible insights from their data. They didn't just move their house, they organized it and then built a state-of-the-art lab inside. So there you have it. We've seen that there really is a perfect place for every single piece of data in the Google Cloud universe. From that one photo in your digital shoebox to petabytes of information in your data warehouse. The only question left is, now that your data has a home and everything's organized, what amazing things are you going to build?